This video introduces how to splice the optical cable in a hybrid cable and connect its copper cable to a terminal block. A hybrid cable consists of a bow-type optical cable and a dual-core copper cable, and is used to transmit both data and power. Pre-process a hybrid cable. Pay attention to the following points during installation. Pull a hybrid cable at a speed of 5 to 15 meters per minute while rotating the reel smoothly and slowly. Do not lay the reel flat and unwind the cable by hand. When the hybrid cable is routed, loops and twists are strictly prohibited. When routing a hybrid cable, assign dedicated personnel to actively guide the cable at each turn to prevent dead bends or cable jamming, and ensure that the bending radius of the cable meets the minimum standard requirement. First, use a utility knife to make an incision of about 1 centimeter at one end of the hybrid cable. Then tear it apart outward at a speed of not more than 50 centimeters per minute to separate the optical cable and the copper cable. Note, tear apart the hybrid cable outward. Front to rear tear may cause the optical cable to coil, affecting splicing. When the 32-port active optical splitter is used, you are advised to tear apart 35 to 40 centimeters of the hybrid cable. The following video introduces how to splice an optical cable using mechanical and fusion methods, and connect a copper cable to a terminal block. The tools are required for mechanical splicing of an optical cable. Remove the SC housing of the cold connector, loosen the tail sleeve, and route the optical cable through the tail sleeve. Use a wire stripper to remove about 45 mm of the insulation coating from the optical cable in multiple passes. Cut one of the optical fibers. Use a fiber coating stripper to remove the fiber coating, and then clean the bare fiber with an alcohol wipe. Open the upper cover of the optical fiber cleaver and place the fiber into the trough. It is recommended that you retain about 25 mm of the fiber after cutting it. Close the upper cover of the optical fiber cleaver and push its fiber cutter to cut the optical fiber. Once the cut is complete, take out the fiber. Gently insert the optical fiber into the cold connector until the fiber reaches the top. The optical fiber will be slightly bent. Then, move up the switch sleeve to set the top latch to tighten the bare fiber. Push the tail sleeve upwards and tighten it. Put on the SC housing. Note that the latch on the main body of the connector aligns with the key slot on the housing. Prepare the other end of the optical cable in the same way. Connect one end to the optical splitter and the other end to the optical power meter. If the optical loss measured by the optical power meter falls within the expected range, the optical cable is regarded as functioning properly. The tools are required for fusion splicing of an optical cable. Put a heat shrink tubing on the optical cable. Use a wire stripper to remove the outer sheath from the optical cable in multiple passes. Use a fiber coating stripper to remove the fiber coating, and then clean the bare fiber with an alcohol wipe. Secure the end of the optical cable at about 15 mm scale on the optical fiber cleaver. Close the upper cover of the optical fiber cleaver and push its fiber cutter to cut the optical fiber. Turn on the fusion splicer and insert the cut optical fiber into a trough of the fusion splicer. Ensure the fiber end does not exceed the middle electrode. Remove the outer sheath of the fiber pigtail using the same method, and cut the fiber pigtail with the optical fiber cleaver. Insert the cut fiber pigtail into another trough of the fusion splicer. Close the dustproof cover of the fusion splicer. It starts automatically to fusion splice the optical fiber and fiber pigtail. For some models of fusion splicers, you need to press the start button. After the screen indicates that the process is complete, take out the spliced optical fiber. Cover the splice using the heat shrink tubing. Keep the fiber as straight as possible in this process, and do not squeeze the fiber towards the middle to prevent the splice from breaking. Gently straighten the optical fiber and secure the heat shrink tubing to the heat shrink trough of the fusion splicer. When heat shrinking is complete, remove the spliced optical fiber. Connect one end of the spliced optical fiber to the optical splitter and the other end to the optical power meter. If the optical loss measured by the optical power meter falls within the expected range, the optical cable is regarded as functioning properly. The tools are required for installing a terminal block. Use a wire stripper to remove about 1 cm of the outer sheath from a copper cable to expose the power wires. Remove about 5 mm of the insulation coating from the power wires to expose copper cores. Insert the power wires into the 2 plugs of the terminal block. No polarity distinction is required. Use a flat blade screwdriver to tighten the screws at the top of the terminal block. Thank you for watching. Scan the QR code on the left to provide feedback or share your suggestions about the video. Scan the QR codes on the right to access product documentation on the Norwegia official website. Your support is the driving force for our progress. See you in the next video.